Yeah, could you address what you do with Jonathan in Nash's position, your thoughts on Jonathan and who comes in behind him?
Yeah, we're going to put Deion Stewart there to start, and Jordan Jones will be right behind him, starting rotation guys, and we'll move forward from there. You know, it was Jonathan's decision to move on, and we wish him the best, and we got to move forward.
Yeah, Joe, yeah, Boyd obviously had a nice game the other night. What have you thought of his progress, and what did he do well the other night? What can you get out of him moving forward? This is obviously his old team. What do you think his emotions will be?
Yeah, I think, you know, Rakeem is every week has gotten better. He's learned what to do. He's really getting into the details of the offense. You saw him be really patient the other night and wait for a hole to open, and when it did, he hit it. So he's learning the offense more. He's learning the details of it, and he's getting himself in better shape. He's eating right. He's working out hard. I know he's gained probably 10, 15 pounds since he got here, but also gotten to more game shape, and I think that showed the other night. I think he'll be very excited to play this week against his old team. I wouldn't expect him to be more excited than he would in any game, any other game, but I think this one will get him up just a little bit more for this game.
Coach, the way Ty competed, ran the ball, had y'all done anything to get him to understand what he might do with his feet?
We didn't do anything. Ty's just a gritty, competitive, tough kid. And I think he saw that the other night. You know, he got the heck knocked out of him several times and kept getting back up. He's tough. I think he earned a lot of respect from his teammates the other night in that game. And we showed the whole offense. You know, we showed the whole offense him taking a beating and getting back up. And we talked as a quarterback unit, you do that for your teammates, and that's what he did. He wanted to do it for his team, and he kept gritting it out, playing tough, and giving us all he possibly had. I knew he would. I said that a couple of weeks ago. I knew he would when he ever got his chance again, and something we can definitely build on.
Offensive line, you feel now is about as settled as you can have it with Colton at tackle and moving Yalta to guard and Clary at center?
Yeah, I thought the other night obviously was one of our best, is our best lineup, an offensive line. Moving Ty inside to center, we were a little concerned just because of his snaps, but you know, the other night he did a really good job. I remember maybe two kind of high snaps. Other than that, he did a really nice job, but definitely think that's our best lineup up front.
When you assess the game tape, what did you think of Ty's performance overall, and really the offense overall too?
Yeah, Ty, he played really well. He graded out really high. Had a couple missed assignments, missed a motion there in the red zone that maybe would have helped us. But you know, he did really well. He got us in a lot of the right calls, a lot of right checks. You know, we managed the game very well. You know, we gotta be better on third downs. We gotta, you know, protect them a little bit better on third down and give our receivers time to get open down the field. But I thought, you know, he did really well. Our offense, I thought, made some improvements. We're definitely on the right track, and we'll continue to build on what we did last week. Like I told our guys, I feel like we'll be in a good position in October. If we'll keep continuing the way we did and keep building on last week's performance. You know, losing is not acceptable. We'll never accept that at all. But I do think that we did some things that we can definitely take forward and build on.
Hey, Joe, from your perspective, how did it work having Barry downstairs and I guess Dustin upstairs? Chance that he maybe wanted more running game perspective from upstairs. How did that work for you? And then also, Chief obviously recruited and coached a bunch of these A&M defenders. How much has he been able to help you just talking about their skill set and, you know, strengths and weaknesses and things?
Yeah, you know, having Coach Fry up was great. That's something we haven't done in the last couple of years. Last time me and him were up together was at Clemson, and it was good to have him next to me, and we were able to share ideas and get some, you know, we ended up coming up with some wrinkles there in the second half that helped us a lot. So having him up there right next to me was great. I think Coach Lonnie enjoyed being down, trying to help out a little bit more. And it was a little bit different for us, but I definitely think that's where we'll be moving forward. And then, you know, talking with, you know, the defensive staff, I mean, they recruited a lot of those guys, and, you know, we're going to, just like always, we always bounce ideas off of each other, but I think he can give us a little bit more take this week on their personnel.
Hey, Coach, you mentioned the third down a little bit earlier. What is factored into those struggles? Is it protection? Is it receivers? Or what is it?
I think a lot of it is we got to stay out of third and longs. A lot of it is you know, 3rd and 7 plus, kind of get us in a bind. I know we converted one the other night, but we got to stay out of those. You know, negative or no yardage plays, getting behind the chains. I mean, that makes it really difficult, especially when, you know, you're in 3rd and long and you know, you got to get to the chains to make a first down, and they're bringing a lot of pressure and trying to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands where they can get down to the chains. I think that a lot of that has to do with it. You know, we had a play the other night. We had Deion Stewart coming wide open and on a dig, and we just couldn't have enough time to get it to him. So I think a lot of that's involved, and we just got to stay ahead of the chains and quit getting so far behind them.
What's your overall take on A&M's defense? What do they do well? What kind of defense do they have?
Yeah, they're again, same thing we saw last week. They're really good up front. They got some guys that have played a lot of ball. Number 34 in particular stands out to me when we're watching him on film. He's got low pad level. He's low center of gravity guy that is quick inside, gets off the ball very well. They've got some, you know, good defensive ends. I think their linebackers run extremely well. So, you know, they're really talented. They're long. They're corners. They're not short guys. They're 6'2" guys, 6'1" guys. So they do a really good job with what they're trying to do, and they move around. They bring pressure, and they've done a really good job of kind of adapting what they do with their personnel.
Joe, what did Gilda do maybe differently back at guard that maybe he wasn't doing at center? What did he give y'all at that position?
I think, you know, he gave us a little bit more athleticism in that position. I think he got back in his natural element at guard. Center was something new for him. Again, we were trying to find our best 5 with Colton being out. And so we've obviously got him back, and we've been able to get Ty more and more snaps at practice at center, and we got to a point where we felt comfortable putting him at center and getting a good snap. And so once we felt that way, you know, it was the right thing to do to move Yona back to guard.
I'm wondering how the offensive planning worked out, the scaling back just a little bit, and how close you are to doing all the things you want to do. I'm thinking about the 2 swing passes to the backs in the first quarter that were really close. And does that kind of factor into where you're going?
Yeah, I wish we could have hit both of those early ones. They've been really good plays. You know, that was 2 that we, you know, wish we had back, obviously. But yeah, we did. We scaled back a little bit. Had a couple wrinkles though, you know, just in case we needed them, and actually called them. So we're going to continue to build. It's all about what our players can remember, what they can retain, and obviously whatever they can go execute, that's what we want to be running.
Joe, I'm not sure how many receivers or running backs you might use on special teams, but Chad said probably looking to put more starters on there. If he wants to say put more receivers on there, how do you feel about that?
I feel perfectly fine. If they need to use Ty Story, I feel good with that. You know, we got to do whatever's best for our team. So that's a third of the game, special teams, and if they got to use our best players, and so be it. We got to win that third of the game. We can't lose that third of the game, just like we can't lose the offensive third of the game either.
No more questions for Coach Craddock.
All right, thank you.
They're complete.
Jim?
I don't know, let's pick something, you're gonna have something.